Hey everybody, welcome back to another weekly dividend portfolio update. This will be episode 3 in the series, so make sure you watch the first two if you haven't already. Just as a reminder, we will be going through my portfolio's performance for the week for both my Wealthsimple Trade and Qtrade account. We will then be comparing my portfolio's performance against the S&P 500 and this S&P TSX to see how it compares. I'll also show you any dividends I received for the week and any new purchases I made. In this episode, I've also included a new segment where I will show you my top 3 biggest losers and winners of the week. Let's get right into it. First up, we have my Wealthsimple Trade portfolio, where I was down $70.35, or 0.5% this week. As you may know, Wealthsimple Trade rounds the performance off to the nearest whole number, which is why it shows 0%. You will notice the total value is higher than last week, and this is because of a new contribution I made during the week. Up next, we have my Qtrade portfolio, where I was down $37, or 0.29% this week. This portfolio held up a little nicer than my Wealthsimple Trade account, which is nice to see. If we combine both portfolios, I was down a total of $107.35, or 0.4% on the week. Unfortunately, another red week, just like last week, but every week can't be green ones, and as the stocks go down, it does give us more opportunities to purchase them at a lower price, which I did do this week, and we'll get to that stock shortly. If we look at the S&P 500 performance this week, we can see that it was down 0.93%, or more than double the loss of my combined portfolio. Looking at the S&P TSX performance this week, it was down 1.14%, even worse than the S&P 500, and almost 3 times the loss of my combined portfolio. Therefore, overall, I'm still happy with my portfolio's performance when comparing it to the broader indexes. Getting to the dividends I received this week, I didn't get any in my Qtrade account, but I did receive 8 dividends in my Wealthsimple Trade account. First up was HDIV, which is a covered call ETF, which paid me 82 cents. We then had SIA, which is a senior housing company, and they paid me $3.20. Up next was SRU.UN, the Smart Center REIT, which paid me $3.85. We then had FCR.UN, another REIT which paid me 40 cents. Then CHP.UN, again another REIT that paid me 49 cents. Then we had TNT.UN, the last REIT of the week, which paid me $1.34. We then had KEY, which paid me $2.40. They were also my biggest winner of the week in terms of stock performance, which we will get to soon. And lastly, we had PPL, which paid me $1.26. This brings my total dividends for the month of September to $99.68, which is great, and I'm hoping this month will be my best month yet for dividends. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I did make a contribution this week, which was $130, and then I also had extra cash from past dividends. I used this money to buy shares of Manulife, ticker MFC, which I purchased 12 shares at $24.65 for a total of $295.80. The reason I chose to purchase additional Manulife shares was because I believe they are still heavily undervalued, as they are currently sitting at a PE ratio of 6.73, which is very low for this industry. They also have a great starting yield of almost 4.5%. If you want to know more about Manulife and why they might be a good buy, I actually recently uploaded a video where I compare the 3 largest insurance companies in Canada against one another to see if one stands out among the rest. Spoiler alert, the answer is Manulife. We will now look at my top 3 biggest losers and winners of the week, starting with the losers. First up is TELUS, ticker T, which was down 2.25% on the week. We then had Brookfield Asset Management, ticker BAM.A, which was down just over 3% this week. And my biggest loser was Transcontinental, ticker TCL.A, which was down almost 5% this week. Now time for some good news. Let's look at my biggest winners of the week. First up is Maple Leaf Foods, ticker MFI, which was up 3.22% for the week. Next up is Suncor, ticker SU, which was up 3.66% this week. And my biggest winner was Keyera, ticker KEY, which was up almost 7% for the week. A lot of oil and energy stocks did have a very good week. And that is my portfolio update for this week. Hopefully we will have some green weeks in the near future, as since I started the series, we have not seen one yet. Hopefully I'm not the bad luck charm. Please let me know in the comments how your portfolios held up for the week, and if there is anything else you want me to include in these weekly portfolio updates.